Hey everyone, it's Frank from L4PQ, and today I wanted to talk about the recent changes they did on Frigg, mainly talking about the skill description being added and some translation issues they had, and people confused whether this is an actual buff or just fixing like percentages and translation stuff. So looking at the patch notes they released on September 6th, focusing on the bug fix number 3, which is fixed the level and skill description missing and translation issue for the Balmung weapon. So the Balmung weapon is obviously the Frigg weapon, and they reverted her 3-star skill, 6-star skill, and Frost domain back to how it was in CN. Now what we had before in global was this. So we had 20% instead of 25%. We have 12% instead of 25%. And her skill did not increase Frost's attack. So while this one does. Now just by looking at the wording and the increased percentages, you might think, oh yeah, like it's a definite buff, right? The problem comes from that they actually had some of these buffs, but they just didn't tell you in the description, which is why they said it's like a translation and skill description issue. Because at S3, you actually had this increased frost attack percentage when you put down the domain. Now, I don't know if that was the case for just me, but I want to ask the people who had Frigg at 3 stars or higher, did you guys also notice that you had increased frost attack by just putting down the domain? Because from what I experimented, I was looking at my character's frost attack while I was putting it down and it increased. And it didn't say anywhere that I was getting the increased frost attack. And when I left it, then obviously it went down. Some people were saying that was like a S3 bug where if you had her at 3 stars or higher, you would get the increased frost attack. I don't know if that was also the case for 0 stars or 1 stars. So if you're free to play and then you had her before the buff and you were testing her, let me know if you did, because I don't think you guys did. Some people saying they didn't have the buff pre S3. And at S6 right here, the frost attack increasing by 25%. So I was getting some mixed answers. Some people were telling me like, oh yo, that's correct before, but there were other people who were saying like, no, we were getting the 25% increase. So I wasn't sure, because at that time I don't think I was testing this percentage. So let me know if it was also the same, because if it is, then basically everything like they said in the patch was just like translation issues. Although I don't know how you can get a translation issue with number percentages, but I guess they did. So the only thing I can see as a buff, if players that had Frigg pre 3 stars did not have this increased frost attack before the translation stuff. So if you guys didn't and they did add it back to how it was in CN, then this is a very, very good buff for free-to-plays, because you're basically essentially getting your frost attack back plus the other increasing frost attack. So that's 30% right here with the resonance. But let me know what experiments or testing you guys did before this whole translation thing. Like, was she getting this frost attack? Did she actually increase 25%? Because I never really tested that. And also the 3-star 25% frost attack damage. This is also something I didn't test on if it was like 20 or 25%, mainly because this wasn't as important to me. But if what I mentioned previously is true, I can only assume it was also 25% instead of 20. But yeah, I don't know how they messed that up. So let me know what everyone thinks. I essentially want to know if this was really a buff or not, or just reverting the translations to how it was in CN. And that'll be it for this video. Yeah, just let me know, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.